this is the steel light bar rack. So I've still got to get the arms for it, but I am going to be doing some restore on this. It's got, if you look close, it's got some basic surface rust underneath, and all these three are for the antennas. They're already welded on, and these holes is where the beacon light sort of the bolts go through, then it's tightened up underneath, and this is where the TOA speakers go, there and there. So I've got some paints for that, some etch primer, but I'm going to first give this a whiz down with the drill and just clean up that, and then I'll put some etch primer on it, and then it'll have its top coat on there, because what I got to get into is making sure all the siren controller and all that is functional with the lights and all that, with all the switches and powered up, before I start getting this installed. So that's the 1990s. They came out on VK, VL, XFs, all that sort of stuff, these light bars, racks. So we will get there. So for the light bar rack, this is the two I'm going with the Dulux, the Metal Shield Etch Primer. Like it says, etcher surface for optimal top coat performance, ideal for aluminium, copper, brass, stainless steel and wrought iron. Light grey. So it just shows you a bit of the directions. Obviously to make sure all your surface is cleaned. Dulux is pretty good. And this is the one I've sort of got like a metallic-y slight finish to it. See, metallic. Duramax high performance metallic finish for special projects inside and outside the home. And again, the directions. Unique combination of technology delivers a bright metallic finish that is ideal for use on surfaces such as metal, wood and plastic. So it's always good as well to have very similar brands, same brands I prefer, to go on top of each other. So it'll first, after I give it a clean and bit of a wax and grease remover on the metal, it'll go with the etch primer. Etch is good for helping bond with the top coat as well, and getting deeper into the metal, and it's also anti-corrosive, and it's an anti-corrosive metal primer, so it'll help it in future not have that surface rust come up. So they're the two I'm going with for the beacon light bar rack. Now what I haven't opened for a long time is this box. What could this have? But my restored, which I did in earlier videos, kept them all with a lot of material on them. What's in here? Ooh, there's a genuine TOA speaker. I think I got new rubbers, but I restored these ages ago, and then I boxed them. Let's check this out. Oh, and I got these plates made and sent over for display plates I got those from America done. So Victoria Police, good display plates when you got the vehicle out, blah blah blah. I have not seen those in a long time. So let's see how good these still look after I restored them ages ago. So if you look, it got a bit of dust. You can see, I don't know how hair got in there, but beautiful. Genuine TC 35, is it 35p speakers. So they will look, which I gotta bring out now anyway to do my testing. There's my other one. all restored, painted up nicely. Yeah, it's amazing that they can still get some sort of fine film of dust under all that. Okay, here's the girls. Here's the genuines. Under here, all restored as well. Got the 2 wires coming out. So that's one girl. And under here, under the Indian looking material. Wow, I've not seen these for so long. So there she is. Very hard to get these, very hard to get genuines. They bring out some sort of plastic copies with, I think, LED sort of interiors, but they're not like these ones. As far as I know, you can get brand new replicas of these TOA stickers, which I might get and stick over the top, or take these off. But so got a little bit of paint on there. If I can get the paint off it, but they look nice when you get brand new stickers. Stickers are alright to just take out and change over, but they look good still. They're not too bad. They're not too bad. Just the tape didn't adhere properly on the edges there. But these are the girls. That's going to go with. So I made this. I saw a copper a while ago sent me some photos of what it sort of. This is a replica that I built. So it's all welded. It's all really hard and steel. It's probably a lot more solid than they ever were. But something like that, which they had, I got it off an old photo that looked. That's all I practically saw of it. So I tried to duplicate it as good as I could. And the main thing is that it looks fancy. I mean, it's not going to be used as a proper police vehicle anymore. But you know, for like if you did it for some reenactment movies, it looks the part. So that's the main thing. Yeah. So if you haven't seen them before, this is what they had in the 90s and very early late 80s, should I say. I saw a link. What you gonna do when they come for you? Right. What you gonna do when they come for you? So what else I just quickly found in the room. These are the plates that go underneath the beacon lights. I redid those. These rubbers you can buy brand new. I don't even know what, I guess they're called rubber gaskets or seals for the beacon lights maybe. Anyway, sorry, not the beacon lights, not those ones. They're for the siren speakers, those two, they go underneath the metal holders there. But these rubbers are brand new. They're the older ones just at the front there, but these are brand new, which will go underneath the beacon lights as so it's not metal to metal. So they're the other things. I've still got to work out some brand new nut and bolts and stuff like that. When I do put these on, I'm going to put some on the bolts. I'm going to put some small tack welds as well, just so they can't be easily unscrewed. Just in this day and age, you've got to be a bit more protective of things, and things can easily get taken off. So I'm going to put some extra measures in there to keep the light bar attached securely with some welds, not just a nut and bolt type deal. So yeah, that's pretty much all those. So I'm going to get into cleaning up that light bar rack and see how good we can get it. And then to do my testing on the wiring with my Lts Siren controller. Yeah, I'm going to have this pretty much in the lounge room, and we'll show you a few things of how it all sounds if everything works the way it should when I get into that side of the wiring and stuff. So yeah, so there she is. Okay, time to do some cosmetics on that light rack. Okay, so this is the rack outside. You can see got a bit of surface rust, nothing bad, but this is the tool I'm using. I'm not going to film the whole thing, just show you pretty much how these tools work, which are pretty good. So if I just spin it, like that. So if I just get a one of the sort of rusty looking spots, oh, how smooth that is. Unreal. These are good because they're nylon. They don't scratch into it. But it's definitely got a bit of work to do, so I'll be back soon. So I'll get this side done and then I'll be back. Actually, I'm back a bit quicker. Just wanted to show you the difference. Just did this section. It didn't take too long. But that to that tight colouring. I'll put the torch on 1 second. I don't know if that made any difference. Got a light on it, hasn't it? Yep. Doesn't really make a lot of difference in the day. You can definitely see the contrast of what I'm getting it like prior to putting the undercoat on. Edge primer undercoat. So yeah. Okay, so done most of the bottom. So I'm going to be flipping it in a second and starting on the top layer. A lot better. Okay, so I flipped it over. As you can see, it's definitely had a lot more surface wear on top, but it's only surface rust, so that's a good thing. Okay, all done. So now I just have to wax and grease remove it and get it ready for paint. Okay, so just put some wax and grease remover on that and got it all hanging. So this is practically what we're going to do. See how the crap comes off? That's why the paint doesn't stick to it. Oh. And that's unedited. Alright, got to fix that up a little bit stronger. Okay, so after that crazy fall, Oh, it's all been wax and grease removed. Now what's interesting is after this clean down, there's some numbers here. 1 second. Does it say Vic? I think .101 and then 10, something like that. So that was printed under all that surface rust. Interesting. If anyone knows what that means, yeah, let us know. So time to get the etch primer. Going very well so far. Okay, so this is the etch primer. Touch dry in 10 minutes, recoat after 1 hour. So I'll put the first coat on and get stuck into it. So this is it. So it's a little bit like primer putty, really. And so forth. So I'm going to do the whole thing. Okay, so I've done the very first coat of the etch primer. She's coming up well. It's a little bit cold today, so it's still getting a little bit of sort of like cold rash bubbles, but it'll dry. Just got to give it a bit more time in wintry Melbourne. So I'll probably just go just over the hour for drying time, and then I'll put a second coat. Okay, so we've got the light bar rack inside in the etch primer. Now it's about time to put on this metallic finish. So definitely getting there. So much crap in here, still working out there in the outdoor area as well. You can see there's a lot of stuff on the ground. Anyway, time to give it a paint. So I've just done pretty much the pole and a little bit down here, but it's very similar to the actual etch primer, but it's just, yeah, that shiny makes it just a little bit more shiny. So that's not done, and a little bit's done there. You can see, I'll see if the light will bring it up, the light on it. Yeah, so that's the etch. Now you can start seeing where the metallic's starting. That's nice. That looks very genuine like that. I'll continue on and get it done. Don't you like the washing basket underneath? What a piece of memorabilia. Anyway, I've brought it in after being dried. Now it's in front of the nice wood heater, and it's come up really nice. And there's that writing again there. Those ready. Now what I noticed on this one, the hole is definitely good, but on this one, I can't remember if I repaired this one at all. I have to look back on my videos. But these ones are very small. Maybe filled in, maybe they were damaged, but I've got it on this drill piece. That second where I've taped it up to will make the M6. So if you look here, fits perfect, won't go any further than that on the tape. So here that is got to be drilled in there. See how it's stopping way ahead of time? They have to be all drilled to the M6 size. So I'll get that done and be back. What I noticed, I'm going to have to do a mod. Don't know why it wasn't like that, but this is the base plate for the beacon light. That's where the wires come through, and the only part I can see that they've made allowances for a wire or some wire to come through is there. It needs to be dead straight, because you don't want to have bent up wires. Like if I had, once that's tightened down, if it comes out the center and then goes to there, there's going to be wires squashed there. So I'm going to drill there, and I've made another drill spot there because I want the wires not to be squashed at all. And as you can see, this is one with the base plate. They come dead straight out. So that's what I'm going to do. That's the next part. Okay, so done the hole there for the wires, and over here for the wires. That's much better. So the wires for the beacon lights have come straight out here. Yeah, so it's good. Alright, next is getting these beacon lights ready to go on. Okay, so got one going. As you can see, directly the hole right under the wire system is under there. So that's one so far. So with the blue light, the new rubber gasket is in between there. But with the old one, what I'm doing is I'm sticking it on the middle anyway. So it has like almost like an absorption spot too. So it's not going to hurt to have the rubber on there, and just with any sort of vibration and that might help it straight off the metal to take a little bit more, like a shock absorber. So next I'll be putting that on there, and then I'll be feeding that on back in a sec. Okay, so that's what I meant. That's on the bottom. That's a lot thinner than the brand new gasket or rubber seal. So this is just practically ready to go on there next. So be back in a sec. Okay, got the blue one on now. Okay, so I brought the light bar over. I haven't connected the speakers yet, but when I put it to the B lights, I think something's backwards, because when I put this up like this, click that on, that light's on, but that's in the on position, which I thought I did properly. Just got to double check it with the wiring. But when I click this, we have power. So something with that toggle switch has to be opposite way, but it's working. How cool does that look? Very good. Okay, so finally got off the laundry basket and put it on a small Bunnings table. So this is the latest of where the light bar for the Divi van has got to. She looks great. The rack has come up really well for the painting. They've finally got their place and mounted to where they're supposed to be. I was saying earlier that it's funny how in life that when these got decommissioned, they're pulled apart and all the things are taken off them. And then later on in years, we try to restore them and put everything back in place. But she's looking very showy. They're very nice. Everything looks really, really good on that. So that's where I'm up to so far with the light bar.